There's my city. Woo. So, hello YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and others. This be the Beast Rider. And me on my way all the way up to Manhattan. Yep, riding from Queens into Manhattan today. Going way up north of Manhattan to a place called Fort Tryon Park. This is a very important place for my wife and myself. This is a place where not only do we perform in a medieval festival once a year, but it's also the place where we got married. Woo, bumpy roads. I hate this turn right here. This on-ramp, oh, is hell on earth. Bumps and holes and holes and bumps and all sorts of unsavory road conditions on an incline and a curve. So yeah, Fort Tryon Park, we do a medieval festival once a year in the fall. And about 3.5 years ago, my wife and I actually got married under a big old ginkgo tree in the middle of what becomes our joust field. Now, I personally don't joust. But do sword fighting and staff fighting, and so does my wife. And the park itself is absolutely beautiful, but there's a place up there called the Cloisters, which is beyond gorgeous. Little piece of history on the northern tip of the city. Don't worry, when we get there I'll show it to you. But I also took my camera with me, not the drift, but my actual snap a picture camera, my Nikon, because I figure since I'm taking War Machine up there, I might as well snap some photos. It is chilly today and very, very windy. But thankfully it's not raining like it was last night. And I am not going to take the tunnel because I don't feel like paying for it. I am going to take a free bridge. Yes, those do exist. One of the things I've been thinking about lately, simply because I'm a thinker, I be thinking things, is the English language. It is a strange and unusual language for those who are not familiar with it. It takes so much from so many other places. But what bugs me really about the English language, big bump, just happens to be the people who speak it. Now, I don't know if it's mostly an American thing, and I will leave it to my friends in the UK to let me know. But when it comes down to things like "and I" or "and me," that gets on my nerves. And it's not so much the people who don't know it and, make a mess out of it. It's the people who try to pretend they know it better than anybody else and make an even bigger mess out of it. Like, oh yes, David had an apple, and I wanted a piece, but Terry wanted a piece. But David decided to give the apple to Terry and me to share. That is proper. Terry and me. There are so many people who would say Terry and I because, the rule, I guess, isn't taught very clearly. But you wouldn't say David gave the apple to I, so why would he give it to Terry and I? You get what I'm getting at here? So David gave the apple to Terry and me to share. Silly things like that. There's also the matter of redundancy. I tend to have a habit of accidental redundancy from time to time, which, I guess it can happen to anyone. But I find it annoys me most when it comes down to using acronyms. It makes me want to smack people when they say things like, yeah, I have to go to the ATM machine. What you are really saying is, I have to go to the automated teller machine. Why does that have to be there twice? Okay, gearheads, bikers and car folk and anybody who, has any dealings with them or their particular device, being a bike or car. Does it come with ABS brakes? Does it come with anti-lock braking system brakes? You already have the word brake in there. Don't use it again. Does it come with ABS? That's proper. Ta-da! Very easy, people. Very, very easy. I don't know why these things bug me so much. I guess because I'm such a stickler for education. Yeah. And I think it's also because a lot of the people, and I'm not saying all, because there are a lot of people who don't do this, but a good number of the people that I come in contact that make these mistakes are the type who like to pretend that they know more than you. They have a better grasp of everything than you. And it is incredibly bothersome. I mean, seriously, incredibly bothersome. So, there you have that in a nutshell. I don't know. I guess I really don't have any room to talk because I do make some of the mistakes, like the redundancy thing. I don't use it on the simple things. I mean, I'd be hard pressed to give you an example of where I do these things, but I'm not going to pretend that I am better than anyone, because I'm not. I'm just me, I'm like Zaphod Beeblebrox. I'm just this guy, Anywho, I'm making my way onto the Queensboro Bridge, or the 59th Street Bridge, or the Ed Koch Bridge, whatever you want to call it. And my wife and I have walked across this bridge quite a lot from where we used to live in Queens all the way down to the southern tip of Manhattan, which is Battery Park. It's about a four-hour walk. Maybe a little more. A little more than 4 hours. It was such a fun walk. Here's a good look for you. This is my city. New York. A good chunk of the Spider-Man movies, or the 3 Spider-Man movies, Tobey Maguire, was filmed over here. It's a fun little place to hang out and show people stuff. That there is Roosevelt Island. I like to call it Rose from Hell Island, or What's That Smell Island, or Smells Like Hell Island. It's not so bad anymore, but there were a lot of hospitals and hospices and institutions over there for the not quite unwacky. It's a small island, but a lot of people live there. And we are now in Manhattan. Woohoo! The city that never... Oh, I'm sorry. And here's a fun fact. It's another first. The first time I have taken this bike into Manhattan. Sweet! Now there's a clinic down here that I used to laugh at all the time when I was a kid. Once I discovered what a particular word meant. And I'll see if I can get a good view of it for you, because it's kind of funny. Oh, there's the clinic. Oh, how funny. So yeah, it's my city. And yes, in case you were wondering, we are underneath a building that is held up by those supports there. There's Manhattan, over there's the Bronx. Hi, Bronx. And this is my exit. Alright, people, make it around this corner. Because that way I can make my light if you make yours. Okay. Go. Yahoo! And the this is good. This is good. I didn't get to ride all week. So I told my wife, look, we're packing the kids up in the car with you because we're doing this rehearsal together. I'm like, I'm taking the bike. Oh. There's a great little Russian store over there that I like going to. Even if it's just to pick up some pastries or some candy and a bottle of kvass. If you don't know what kvass is, it is a soft drink, a beverage that is made from fermented Russian bread. Yes, that's exactly what I said, fermented Russian bread. And it's freaking delicious. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I have made it at home, which is, of course, very delicious. But it's, you know, it's I don't want to say flat because that sounds bad, but it's, you know, smooth. But then you get the bottled stuff and it's fizzy and it's awesome. A little heavy on the sugar sometimes, but what can you do? So if you ever get to travel anywhere near a Russian supermarket, pick yourself up a bottle of kvass. K-V-A-S. And this is Fort Tryon Park. This is the park where we do our medieval festivals. We do our first couple of shows up here on this lawn. There's vendors usually set up all along this roadway here. All the way down, and we march from the entrance, from that last stop sign, all the way through here. And this is where the cloisters are. I'll bring you around so it's easier to see. Just make sure I don't have any traffic coming from there. I do not believe so. Let's take a quick peek, because I gotta make sure I'm around there. But I don't know if you see all that. This is the cloisters. I love the cloisters. Inside and out. The cloisters are fantastic, and the view is amazing. And we tend to come here more often than just for the medieval festival. But yeah, this is a great place. Alright. I made it. There's the wife and my daughter. Oops, windshield. Alright, ride safe, stay classy. Oh man, I could totally split through there. Oh, I don't know, I don't think I should. Not right now. I'm not in that big a rush.